Welcome back to Kidsplaining. I'm Jared, this is my mom, and today we're taking a look at Dinosaur Exhibit, which is on Kickstarter now, and you can find the link in the description.
Dinosaur Exhibit is by Kristen Mott, and it is essentially a roll and write game where you are your curators who are preparing your exhibit because the Spinosaurus fossil has been found and you want to have it for your museum.
Yep.
So you have these sheets, they're size A and B, and you're rolling these two dice to essentially prepare your exhibit for multiple fossils, and whoever gets the most points at the end gets the Spinosaurus.
And the sides A and B aren't that different. They just have different symbols in different spots.
So the dice, they're awesome little dice here, and you've got different icons. You have the brush, the bone with a ribbon on it, a frame, a map. You've got a hammer and nails.
You have what's this thing called? The bone and the
display case, right.
And then you have the toolbox, which is a wild.
Right. So what you're doing here is you're rolling the dice for multiple players. You roll there's active players who rolls the two dice. They choose which one of those tools they want to mark out on their sheet. So then I take my marker or pencil, whichever you choose, and you just mark that off. So essentially you're trying to get a group of 4 squares, whether it's a long rectangle or then this 4 square here. So you can place these in your exhibit in your museum. Now, each of these have different actions, right? Most of them do. This one right here, you're able to, it's a plaque, and you can then roll another dice, and that symbol you can mark again off. And then for this one with the dinosaur, or what is it? Help me here. T-Rex skull. You're able to then mark off not orthogonally, just adjacent.
But the funny thing that I think is pretty funny, on the actual T-Rex skull, it's a plaque.
It is a plaque.
Not another T-Rex.
Yeah. So you're able to mark off another one that's next to that one that you placed. And then you also have some of them just give you extra points at the end of the game.
That's what these paw prints are for. Or what would you call it? It's not a paw print because it's not a paw.
It's a
footprint.
Footprint? Yeah, it's a footprint. Yeah. So we've played a few. I've played a solo game, which in a solo you just roll and you get to place both of those on your thing.
That's a nice roll, actually.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a wild. The toolbox is a wild.
You got 2 tools.
Yeah. What we did, I thought we would be using more, but both times we played this number count. It was I think I only got 4 both times. Mm-hmm. And then the other counts I've actually gotten more, but for the 3-player count, I think we all just did 4.
Yeah, and that makes sense because for 6 players, I think you would use almost all of them. Because you all got 4 and then 4 again, it would be all used up by the time with 6
Yeah,
players.
and if you do happen to use all of the fossils in here, but you have room for them, you do get that point at the end to count that. You just don't get any of these special actions or special points with that. So what you do at the end is you're tallying your points. You get a point per dinosaur. This one's upside down here. Point per dinosaur plus any additional points. Like this adds 2 more points. So I ended up having 14 because it's 3. So 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14. And then I had 2 sets. These colors here are the classes. So if you get those sets, you get additional points. So I had 2 of those, so I got 4 more points. And then you also have these individual spaces here. This one doesn't count because it's connected diagonally here. But this is your storage, just a storage room. Every museum needs a storage room. So like Jared ended up having 3 on his.
It's because I decided I had extra ones that just didn't help me. So I was just like, I'm just going to have the space for that.
So any area that you mark off that isn't touching any of your dinosaurs or any other places that you have marked off. So say see this one it's touching here and this one is touching both of those. So that one doesn't count. So I just have this individual one here.
And this one here, it's connected diagonally. But if it wasn't connected diagonally, it's already touching another storage room.
Right. So I got an additional point here. And then we haven't spoken about these yet. These are the pillars. And these are basically just an extra wild that you can choose to use on your turn. So it's like, I really am wanting to collect that one. So I'm going to go ahead and spin one of these as a wild and mark that off.
But I didn't end up using any of them.
You didn't. I only used 1. I really tried to hold on to those, but I thought weighed my luck here. I think it'd be more beneficial if I go ahead and spend it to get, I can't remember which, I think I got the Brachiosaurus that time.
But it was probably 5 points over 1.
Right. It was more beneficial for me to spend it, but Jared, he ended up winning this game and he didn't spend any of them.
I was going to use one right here, but then I realized that if I place this one first, Then it's the dinosaur skull, so I can place an extra one.
Yeah, so then he was able to mark off. You were able to mark off that one.
It's the Triceratops.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got that wrong. He's like teaching me how to teach.
Say that name.
No, I'm not. You
Parasaurolophus.
See, I mean, he knows all of the scientific names for all the dinosaurs, and he likes to quiz me on it, and I fail every time. So I got
every time.
So thanks. So I got 3 pillars points because I didn't use those, so that added up to 22. Jared ended up with 26. Every time it's been very even, like just in the same ballpark. I think Peyton ended up getting 22 with me, so we both got the same. I don't know. What do you think about it?
One thing that I really like is the accuracy of the skulls.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's really accurate the way they have all the teeth and stuff, and how they made it so that these didn't have teeth either.
Yeah. And you really liked the art for the Spinosaurus, though.
Because of the way its feet are. Because theropod's feet are curved. I can't really do it with my fingers.
Well, we're not. What is it called?
Theropods.
We're not theropods.
Like this.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like this. They do that, and it shows it on this.
So, I think it was Jerry. He got major props for the art because Jerry is very impressed that you got that correct.
And the theropods, you have all the scientific names correct for the different types of
Well,
dinosaurs.
I would hope they would have that because this is a great game schooling game. It's something that you can learn. What I love about it too is just how big these squares are. You're not trying to get this tiny little pencil, which opens the door up to smaller hands. And we used markers because I thought that was great. And so we used their markers for this. I love that it's like a dialed down version of like Roar and Write, which is the game that Daniel and I really love. And that's a very complex dinosaur theme park kind of game. This opens the door for younger players to invite them into a roll and write. Plus, who doesn't love dinosaurs?
Yeah.
So
you don't need this. We just add that because
we like our dice trays.
But you can roll it on the table.
Well, yeah, of course.
Oh, I got double bones.
Oh, we did a lot of double rolls.
Yeah, I actually predicted one.
You did. He predicted that I would roll.
hammer and nails.
Right.
And I said, please get double hammer and nails. And then she rolled double hammer and nails.
Something I thought that would make it a little bit more strategic is if there was an expansion having different shapes to go different way. But I mean, this works great.
But I like all 4 squares. Like I don't want it being more than 4 squares because it's a good size.
And also if you wanted to play with older players who really was wanting to lean into the set collecting, but I don't really want you to know, you can always turn these over and they just say property and museum, which is how I had them in the beginning. So that kind of keeps your set collecting, your colors, a little bit more private, so maybe other players don't know what you're going to go for next.
But something that I really like here is that you don't have to like have a calculator on your phone or something because it's really easy to add up here.
Right, so you have your just simple additions, and that's also another thing. I like that it's got the rounds here that we can mark as we go. Overall, I really love this game. Awesome for game schooling and just for it played relatively quickly. I think we played it in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
15-20 minutes.
Yeah. So again, this is Dinosaur Exhibit by Kristen Mott. We'll have the link below where you can check out the Kickstarter now and just where you can get a hold of this game.
And then be sure to click the bell, find some of our other videos, and be sure to subscribe too.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.